Gang activity exists in Clark County.
I think if you ask just a run-of-the-mill community person, they might tell you that they don't see gang activity. From 2010 to 2011, there's actually a 35% increase in the number of gang crimes reported in this community. There's a 71% increase in the number of incidents that involved weapons.
In the 1990s, Clark County established a gang task force which included members from the Sheriff's Office, Vancouver Police, and Clark County Corrections. It was disbanded in the early 2000s. As a result, there was an increase in gang activity throughout the county. In 2009, the Safe Communities Task Force was formed that unites businesses, government, youth agencies, law enforcement, and schools.
Even if we've only got a small percentage in this county that are being affected by gang activity, that's a small percentage of victims. And as a community, we cannot fail to respond to the victimization of the people that live here. On the other side of that, more in line with what I do day to day, we also cannot ignore the fact that these are young people that need our intervention. The reality is a lot of people would prefer just to lock these guys up when they commit a crime. But what happens is we lock them up for 6 months to 2 years, they come right back to Clark County.
Meet Bob, a former gang member willing to share his story about the reality of being in a gang.
I wasn't really approached. I approached them. I went looking for them, I guess. I wanted to be like them, I guess. The lifestyle was it was appealing to me. I wanted to be tough, and so, they were tough, and I wanted to be like them. A bunch of bad things, mostly just fighting. That was my thing. I used to like to fight a lot, so.
Gang recruitment at the middle school level is, it's very, very forceful. It's very intimidating. It borderlines on harassment. If they want somebody to be associated and affiliated with them or their gang, they will use a lot of tactics to include intimidation and harassment.
It's scary. Just always watching over your back, just looking over your shoulder. Yeah, it's hard to be in public. Can't be in public without thinking something's gonna happen to you or your friends. I think another role model, somebody to show me something different, something. Just someone to be there for me, someone I could look up to, somebody I could follow.
We investigate all the felony assaults, the attempt murders that are involved in that involve gang-affected people. We also proactively go after the organization and target literally what their money-making venues are. So that could include drug trafficking, prostitution, and gun trafficking.
Most of them ended up in prison. I had one friend that died.
The Safe Communities Task Force mission is to reduce violence and gang involvement in Clark County through collaboration among local agencies and the general public.
The young people I work with are amazing to me. These kids have lived through so much trauma, and they are so skittish about allowing an adult to come into their lives that's not a part of that community, their gang set. But these kids open their hearts to me and to a really fine group of adults that work with them.
There are 10 identifiable gangs in the Clark County area. Some of them are rivals of each other. Their activities include graffiti, vandalism, and violence. The task force hopes to deter kids from wanting to get involved in this type of life.
It was sad. Sad that my friend died. Sad that my friends had to go to prison for a very long time, and they were so young. They could have had a life, outside of prison, and now they don't even got a chance, really.
You know, there are two notions that I think are going to kill us as a community if we don't pay attention to them. One, there's this notion that parents don't care. We hang our hat on that one every day. Oh, their parents just don't care. And that's not the reality. I can't tell you how many times I get calls from parents, or I go and sit down in the homes of parents and they're in tears because they just don't know what to do. The other notion is that this is a police problem. This is not a police problem. This is a community problem. So we can trust the police to suppress crime as much as they possibly can, but we can't leave it to the police to engage in prevention and intervention efforts with these young people. That's our responsibility.
For more information about the Safe Communities Task Force and how you can get involved, call 360-397-2130, extension 5204, or visit the website